Hexagon Live, we're on the floor, we're in the zone, and we are going around looking at technology. This lumberjack, his name is Ryan, and I look ever so meek and humble beside him. Ryan, how you doing?
Very good.
Excellent.
Great to see you.
Talk to us about this stuff that's going on around here. I don't know what it is. It seems like this everybody's interested in it.
It's quite popular. It is quite popular. And so like we're on the measurement side of things. We do have some software and some construction solutions that do some different
Keynote
things.
speaker. Big time
Measurement is happening.
Stuff.
It's happening.
One word that came out of that whole thing, it's measurement.
Absolutely. and so that's what we're on the measurement side of what we do at Hexagon. I'm actually a part of the group that's called Leica Geosystems, Hexagon Geosystems.
Yeah.
And these are the products that we bring to market. So you can start right here.
Again, I'm going to have this conversation. Do you guys manufacture this too?
100%. Yes.
Hexagon does the manufacturing.
It's amazing. So these are some of the instruments. These are called total stations. One of them might be a multi-station also, but they basically send out a laser, LiDAR, and they send out a single laser measurement that's going to scan to a prism. We don't have any prisms right here, but you mount a prism up on a pole. You know how tall the pole is, and wherever that pole is set, it's held level, and we have a very precise measurement to that prism. And what you do is you go around and you measure a point at a time.
I have to interrupt.
Yes.
The prism. I'm thinking a prism. Yeah. Thank you. See, that's what I was looking at. That was in my head. This prism right there. And of course, I'm really it's how tall he is.
Well, and one of the best parts about a prism like this is that it's a 360-degree prism. We do have some single-face prisms where you actually have to have it pointed at the instrument, but the way that this is, we can just carry this around a site, and anywhere we need a very precise measurement, we're going to set that down. Now, this is a really cool feature that's a few years old now, but it's called the auto pole. So there's a bubble level right here, and throughout most of time, if you were a surveyor and you wanted to take a point, you would set it on your point, and then you would bubble level the bubble.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is now called the auto pole, and there's a tilt sensor in here. So if I need to measure that point, I just put it down on the ground.
And it actually bubbles it itself.
Get out
of here.
It knows where it was. It knows the angle. And so I can have the prism here. So normally if you're not in tilt mode and your total station measured this, it would actually think that you were directly over a point right here. But because we're in tilt mode, it would know that the point is there, and it records with that angle.
Is that more than $20? I can't buy this at Home Depot.
It's a few dollars.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, I think we tried to get them on the shelf at Home Depot, but they weren't interested. So these are instruments, and so these are GNSS here also. So these fall into what's called our S&E gear, our survey and engineering equipment. Yeah. And so these GNSS or GPS, these are survey grade GPS units. So
yeah, make sure that thing's properly secured.
We'll do that.
There it is.
That's properly secured. Yeah, that's properly secured. Hey, these things are all certified for a 6-foot drop test. So they can, if it falls, it falls. We're going to be good. Just hope it doesn't hurt anybody.
Good.
So these require the measurement device here and something to measure too. Now, you can use these without a measurement pole. You can just shoot to the surface. It's called a reflectorless measurement. But we have these tools here. These are our GNSS units. Now, this is a GNSS receiver. It's receiving corrections from the satellites and local corrections so that wherever this is, it knows right where it is. So like we're measuring that point, it's going to know that based on the corrections that it receives here, and it calculates a 3D point that is that point down there. We tell it how tall the pole is. It's gathering information from satellites and corrective services. And so this is your GPS.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very similar to what you commonly use in your phone or driving, but because of the way that we collect the information, we are getting data that's survey grade accurate, meaning we can use these tools to stake out buildings, to do bridges and construction.
I'm looking at this thing. Is it user-friendly?
Very user-friendly.
Okay.
Very user-friendly. Once you start your job, you basically hit a button and measure a point. Now, where some of the nuance comes in is if you just create a bunch of points and then you go to sit down and work on it, it's going to look like connect the dots.
Right.
But you can draw lines and build surfaces while you're using this to measure those points.
That's still sexy.
Oh, it is. It is.
Pretty
Now,
cool stuff.
these are really more in the traditional survey gear that you're going to hear about. I mean, survey grade GPS came out in the 1990s. The total stations have been in use going way back to the manual days when they were using optics and pulling chains and drawing lines and things like that. So the fact that we're electronic and can do these things so fast is really amazing. But when we talk about these kinds of instruments, boy, this thing is
I'm telling you, man, you're struggling. Yeah. You're struggling with this thing.
There we go.
No, I don't think so. I think
it's not wonderful.
It's not. It's
Here, let me try this.
There you go. Oh,
boom.
I did it.
He did it.
I'm working for Hexagon now.
We got to put them on the payroll. Put them on the payroll.
Picking poles up.
So these are some of the more traditional types of instruments, things that have been like the electronic versions have been in use since the 90s. The advancements we've made through time recently have been really amazing.
Yeah.
Around the perimeter is our reality capture. There are reality capture instruments. And so reality capture, the name implies what it's attempting to do. It's attempting to capture reality as it was. And we build what are known as digital twins.
Oh, yeah.
And so
I interviewed the guy that came up with the term digital.
Oh, really?
Yes, I know him.
That's amazing.
He's a friend of mine.
Hey, can I shake your hand?
Why do you just?
I shook the hand of the guy that
wash the hand for a week.
I love it. But so when we start looking at the instruments around the periphery, they're usually typically a rotating laser. It's usually rotating in two axes. It's going over the top while it's spinning around. And as it's doing that, every time it deploys a single laser beam, it's recording a measurement. Now, when I started scanning, I started on the Leica ScanStation C10. Its scan rate was 50,000 points per second. And that means every second, 50,000 measurements were being collected and recorded, including their 3D data and the color and intensity of the return coming from those points. We're at a point now where our RTC 360, which is over here on the reality capture shelf, we're going to have to wait a minute to burst in there.
Yeah.
But it's capturing data at a rate of 2 million points per second. So
It's a data tsunami.
it really is amazing. And so my work history was as a crime scene investigator. I did that for 16 years. And so you start talking about your ability to capture things fast when you have things like a person that is deceased in the middle of a road and you want to get them collected, but you also need to collect your evidence. So the ability to do things faster, for me, from the public safety space is great. When you're talking about scanning things during a construction phase of a project, being able to collect that information lightning fast is critical. It doesn't matter if you're in a plant, if you're a surveyor, if you're at a building site, or you're in public safety. All of those arenas have the need to collect data lightning fast, and our solutions allow for it. I'm going to grab one here. I'll be right back.
Please.
Can I slide by real quick? Sorry?
He's passionate.
So
there it is.
I did want to bring at least one instrument over.
Yes,
I know they're kind
it's
of
okay.
crowded over there.
It's over there.
So this is our BLK to go. So just like I was saying, this collects us in two axes of data. It's spinning around and around, so you're getting this 360 degrees of coverage. Now, this particular instrument is a mobile device. So as I walk around with it, I can scan. A lot of our scanning instruments are terrestrial based. That means they go on a tripod.
Right.
This is one of our mobile scanners. Now, as you kind of glance around the room and you look to that corner, there are our mobile mapping solutions, and those are actually mounted on top of a vehicle and can collect data, 3D scans at highway speeds. So one of the best parts of what we've created with all of this is no matter the circumstance, we have an instrument that will collect data some way. So we've got one over there also. It's a BLK to fly. It's this thing with 4 rotors, and we can just fly it around. So, I mean, it's truly just the versatility we have in our solutions is one of the things that sets us apart, because there's not a situation that we haven't developed some avenue of solution for.
Get out of here. Ryan, his name is Ryan. He's passionate about what he does. And in fact, I'm so sold. I'm going to buy one. No, I'm not. Then just do it for my house. No, I'm not.
I would absolutely buy one for my personal use if I had that opportunity.
Call your wife or check this out. Oh my gosh, this is fantastic. It's absolutely spectacular.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. You have a bright future in podcasting.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah. And anytime you want to reconnect, I'd be happy to do it. Any follow-ups, I'm available at your discretion.
Yeah, there it is, man.
So,
Hexagon Live 2025. We're in the zone. He is in the zone. He knows what he's talking about. We're going to have another great conversation shortly, so stick around.